When you get those first few rental properties, chances are you're not going to have any property management software in place. But as we all know as investors, the success of our investment depends on our ability to track the performance of the properties that are inside that portfolio. And we must insist that it be done in a time-saving and efficient manner. A lot of us will start out using spreadsheets, but then as our portfolio starts to grow, we find that we're using a spreadsheet to manage this one aspect of the portfolio, another spreadsheet to manage this aspect, and perhaps a third to manage even a different aspect. And what you quickly realize is that you need a property management software program. Wouldn't it be great if you could see your entire rental portfolio all in one place and track its performance on the go, on a laptop or mobile device, be able to access property-specific information at a moment's notice, have the ability to generate reports that allow you to track individual properties within your portfolio or the portfolio as a whole, all for free? Wouldn't that be marvelous? Well, if this is the sort of thing that you're looking for, I may have just the solution you need. It's called Tenant Cloud, and I'll be discussing it today on LemuelOliverMD.com. Hi, I'm Lemuel Oliver, your health and wealth doctor. I can't tell you how excited I was when I first learned about the Tenant Cloud property management software program. If you've decided that you've reached a point in your real estate investing career where it's time to incorporate a property management software program into your operations, then I would strongly encourage you to take a look at Tenant Cloud. I've been using the program now for the past 2 years, and I can't imagine that there's going to be any more robust option on the market right now at this price point. There is a free version that lets you manage up to 75 units to get you started. You can sign up, give it a try, and see if it's something that will work for you or not. As a disclaimer, this is not a Tenant Cloud video. I am an affiliate of Tenant Cloud. However, I signed up for their affiliate program, and I do earn a commission if you use the link in this video in order to sign up. You do also receive a $9 bonus that is redeemable if you decide to upgrade from the free version of the software to a paid version of the software. And I'm certain that many of you, once you see the benefits of what this software program can do in terms of tracking the data and performance of the properties that are inside your real estate portfolio, I think once you see your ability to track that information all in one place, on the go, and at a moment's notice, well worth the money, trust me. Okay, so let's move to the browser. That way you can take a quick look at what we have with this property management software tool called Tenant Cloud. Alright guys, so we're here on the desktop, and what I wanted to show you guys is this right here. If you do decide to sign up and you use the link in the description of this video, then this is the page where it will take you so that you can sign up and get the $9 bonus applied to your account that is redeemable once you sign up for a paid version of the software. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward sign up process here. I would say start with the landlord account. This one is $90 a year. This is the one that I have. You can always upgrade to one of the property manager or premium accounts. And the rest of this, like I said, is pretty much self-explanatory. It has some option here at the bottom to even let you create an account using your social media. So once you do have an account and you sign in, it takes you directly to the dashboard here. And I'm not going to go through all of this because, this is a very detailed software program that has quite a few possibilities. And so my goal here really today is to just sort of introduce you to this software program and just sort of show you around some of the more common features of the software that I have found to be most useful in the operations of my portfolio. So as we can see here on our dashboard, if we look to the left, we can see different columns. We have our properties, our accounting, contacts, different reports that we can generate, our maintenance requests, applications, and then our marketing. Across the top here, we can see our account information, a notification icon here. We have a calendar, a search bar, then we have an icon here to download information from the cloud, our messages, and then our settings. So before we dive too much further into the dashboard, I do want to point out something here in the settings section. These are the different plans that they have. Again, I have signed up for the standard plan. This is a DIY landlord. Like I said, I hire my own property manager. This plan allows you to manage up to 150 units. I guess one of the biggest differences with this plan is the domain that you get with the premium plan, and then you get some priority support, a message board, and QuickBooks Sync if you decide to go with the property manager as opposed to the standard plan. In my particular case, again, this is a software tool that we added to our operations. So I already had a website. I didn't really need that to start to try this program out. The priority support, well, I haven't really used the support, so it's hard for me to comment on how useful that is. The property message board, we just created. We already had a Facebook group in place for our resident community, so I did not see the point in spending additional money to upgrade the plan for that feature. And we actually don't use QuickBooks in our accounting. So again, another feature that I did not see the point in upgrading my monthly costs in order to use, considering that we don't use any of these. I didn't need any of these programs. So if we go back to our dashboard, we can see the layout here, the quick buttons. It contains some of the more common functions and actions that get executed in this software program. You can see your properties. You can see how many occupied units you have. You can see how many vacant units you have. And what I will say about this properties tab is that when your leases expire, the units become vacant. So you can have expired leases that show up here as vacancy. So you do have to be somewhat aware of that. Let's see. It does have some tips and tricks. To be honest, I don't go through that a lot, but this is just sort of a continuing education type of tab that's built into the software. You can see your listings, the properties that you have listed for rent right now. Your invoices, you can see your paid invoices and your open invoices for the last 30 days. Your outstanding rent, and you can look at that for all time. And you can categorize it 0 to 30, 31 to 60, 61 to 90, and greater than 90 days. In terms of financials here, what you have here, the blue line at the top represents your total income. The orange line at the bottom represents your expense. and your net income or your cash flow should fall in between, hopefully. This calendar has your leases that are going to be expiring for the month. We have 4 leases that will be expiring in November. Your maintenance requests, you can see your new and resolved maintenance requests, what's in progress, what's been deferred. Your applications, you can see how many applicants you have. All-time contacts, all-time professionals are here. This messenger, if someone's going to be late on rent or they have some other message that they want to send to the manager, this is a feature that they can use in order to do that. This software also does generate leads for you. It notifies you when there are people in your area that are looking for a place to rent. So I think this is a nice feature of the software program. You can see how many leases you have expiring in the next 30 days. Your file manager gives you a sense of how much data you're using. And your leads, I believe this is conversion ratio metric. This is a feature of the premium account. I believe this is linked to the domain that comes with the premium account, and so you're able to actually track your conversion ratio metrics here. I think that's a nice feature. This Dwala payments, we have a few residents that make their rent payments this way, but I just have not really found this Dwala payments to be all that useful in terms of paying our contractors and requiring that everyone pays rent through this and actually fully automate the accounting, which would be possible by doing this. But what we have found is that a lot of the contractors that we use, the people that we pay, our vendors, are not the type of vendors that are going to go through setting up Dwala and doing those sorts of things. They just want to have a check mailed to them. And so we do that, and that is just a part of the software that we have not maximized in our operations, again, just because it becomes a little bit of a hassle just trying to require people to sign up for Dwala on the other end. So as you can see, again, there are limitless possibilities with this software program. One of the other things that I do want to point out, however, is the reports section here. A bunch of different reports that you're able to generate. The primary one that I use is the operating statement here, and also the property expense report, and they do a good job of outlining here what information is contained in each report. So that's a good feature to have. You can go through and actually see exactly what's going to be generated on this report before you go through the trouble of creating it. Rent roll, this is a common one that I use. So those are probably the 3 most common reports that I use, but there are several others that you can use. And again, it's just going to be a matter of how much you want to integrate this software program into your property management functions. Certainly if you're going to have the paid version, you may as well take advantage of it fully. But again, in our operations, we've got some things set up outside of Tenant Cloud that we really like that we don't want to change. And so we have not migrated some of those functions and operations over into this property management software. As an investor, I'm sure you realize that the value of your income producing property is a function of the income that it produces. And so you must be in a position to track the numbers inside your real estate portfolio. When you're submitting information about your property to a potential lender or to a potential buyer, having the information presented in a professional manner, such as the way it is in the reports that you generate that have been customized to fit your property. When you do that, it just gives your file a much more professional feel, and potential buyers and potential lenders certainly notice it. I'm on the standard plan for $90 a year, and having the ability to track the maintenance, the vacancy, and just the performance of the property overall and at a moment's notice has been a game changer for me. If you're a small investor like myself and you want to track the same metrics that the institutional investors track, then Tenant Cloud might just be the solution you've been looking for. I know it has been for me, particularly since I like to hire my own property manager. I know in the Memphis market, primarily where I invest, a lot of the management companies will own their own units. And it's not always easy to know which management company owns units and which ones do not. But either way, I just find it better to hire my own property manager. That way I know that my property will be a priority and not second tier to the management company who's going to make their own properties first tier. For 25 cents a day, I just don't think you can beat the value that you get from this particular software program, but I would love to hear your experience. Leave me a comment below. Now, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, or even if you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe to the channel, LemuelOliverMD.com, where we focus on health and wealth building strategies primarily through real estate investing. Don't forget to ring that bell to be alerted when we release new videos. Until next time, it's your health and wealth doctor, Lemuel Oliver, signing off.